All right, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the Saga of Dreams and Secrets. This new venture we're going on, this live streamed campaign all of us are doing. If you missed episode 1, you can catch it on YouTube, which is linked to my Twitch channel, or if hopefully you're watching it on YouTube, good for you. Like I said last time, if you enjoy the music that is playing while we're live, there is also a purchase link for the music in the description of the YouTube video, or attached to my Twitch page if you're watching on Twitch. So hopefully everybody enjoys the music, and please become lost in our forgotten reality. So, picking up where we left off. Centaur and Kifik, you guys are coming back in from the docks. You guys figured that the best place to regroup would probably be at the Cold to Drink, which is where you guys are now. You guys kind of just sit down after searching around the docks for what you guys were looking for. You've only been gone for about a half an hour or so. When the front door to the tavern swings open and trudges through Auroch with a bloody nose, followed by Bravar, whose torso looks to have been battered by something. That is where we are picking up. That is what the rest of you see. What are we doing?
What in the fuck happened to you guys?
Oh, I knew he would be trouble.
Oh my god, you guys
Hey,
look
we found a
horrendous.
lead. We found a lead. Like as I'm clutching, like I'm like barely dying. We found a lead, man.
Yeah, I think we found something.
You found something? That's not really all that helpful. You care to elaborate?
Looks like
Oh,
he found
does anyone have a potion? Actually, let me check my inventory.
How are you looking right now? Are you looking like...
I'm at 2 HP.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm like, I'm like holding myself, but I'm clearly like near death. Like, I don't think I have any. Where do you guys think I could get a potion?
I mean, there's probably a miscellaneous store somewhere.
Actually, I kind of just look at you guys and say like, I'm gonna go sleep. So I go to my room. That's all I say to you guys, and then I go to my room. I take a short rest or.
Bravar, I don't think you've purchased a room here.
Oh, great.
You just got into town this morning.
I just want to go to sleep. All right, I go to the innkeeper and say, please give me a room as soon as like I'm visibly like he can see me like I'm so like
okay, so
I'm not doing good.
You walk up to the same innkeeper. He's like an older dwarf, white beard, bald head.
I talked to him in Dwarvish, by the way. I say this in Dwarvish.
Okay, and he says, just looking for a room.
Yeah, I just need to sleep, man. Please give me a room.
Look like you need a healer. Do you want one of our public rooms, or we only have one private room available? Your friends over there. He points at Kifik, Centaur, and Orog, and says that those three actually, I think, have the other private rooms at the moment.
Oh yeah, I don't think any of them want to do a slumber party with me, so I'll do I don't know, however long is available.
Well, I just want you to know that I feel a little weird about renting a room to you, because you did try to take back the money that you used to pay for a drink, so I will give you a room, but know that I'm going to upcharge you. You will not be receiving the normal price to make up for the money you stole earlier.
Oh, let me do a deception check.
How are you deceiving him?
Sir, listen, great illustrious innkeeper. I've got barely a penny to my name. I come from the slums. of Shady Creek Run. Oh crap! I can't remember.
Yeah, that was
Hold
right.
up. Give me Shady Creek Run. My family, my parents, they're gone. I have no one to financially support me.
He
I can't
puts a hand
spare
up to stop you,
a measly dollar.
and he says, "Kid, I watched you pay with a gold piece earlier, and I think I heard more from where that came from. So, you can find service elsewhere."
What? I don't think I paid for a gold piece.
When you bought your drinks earlier, you paid with a gold piece.
Okay, yeah, I kind of look at him and say, you got me. Okay. I'm dying, man. Just give me a room.
A full gold piece for the night.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood for barter, so I just hand it to him.
Okay.
And then I rush to the room.
He tells you that it is through the door to your left, all the way down the hallway, and then a left again, further store.
Yeah, I like hobble as fast as a guy in the brink of death can possibly get there. And then I forget, does short rest, how much does a short rest heal you?
Don't take your short rest yet, but we'll say that you go to your room. In the meanwhile, the other three
I just want to heal myself.
We'll get there. Patience.
I point over towards the person that's clearly a cleric in our group, and I say, "Which of you healed it?"
I probably would have if he would have stayed, but I think it's best to just
shoot.
let him do what he wants to. Auric, you were there with him. Could you tell us what happened and why you guys look like that?
We so as we planned, we went to go look for search around the temples, and as we got there, we noticed we were being followed, so we went in and hid, and then once he didn't see us and left, we decided to follow him, and so we followed him to his house, and then Brayvar had the idea we should just break into the house. So we got in, and we kind of got the shit beat out of us. But his house it seemed trapped, like there was traps in it, and just seemed really shady. The man had he had scars behind his eyebrows, and
Wait, scars, you said?
yeah.
That's
Might be our man.
So Centaur and I, we went down to the docks, right? And we asked one of the fishermen there, and they said that their friend had gotten mugged by a thug with scars on his eyebrows. So, I mean, I don't know very many people with scars on their face. And then I'll turn to you, Centaur. Well,
as literally there's a giant scar. That's also cutting off part of my nose.
But it seems weird because I mean I had a feeling that we were being followed too, so I feel like you might be right. This might be the man that we're looking for. Granted, I think we went at it a little bit in the wrong direction. I mean, jumping into his house so quickly. I don't know.
Without any evidence, really.
Yeah.
Well, we figured out where he lives.
I guess that's a plus. But, I mean, without any evidence, we can't really confront him about, stealing from people.
Well, we do have a witness describing his features.
That is true. I wonder, should we go back and ask the gnome fellow to help us with our... Do you think you could write down, maybe draw what he looked like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I mean, honestly, right now, we just need confirmation.
Okay. If you're going to try to draw a picture, I want you to make a performance check
I assume
just
there'd be a roll with it.
just to see how well you can sketch out from memory this this
Yeah.
orc figure or this he was a human. Sorry.
Performance.
Yep.
13.
13. You sketch out a pretty basic like torso and legs, and like a face, and you kind of get lost in like you draw it a little bit too small, so you lose some of the facial features. But you kind of get the jacket and his like overall build. It's a fairly decent drawing. You're not sure if you like put it right up next to him that it would be the exact same, but
Yeah. Not an artist.
I mean, that's better than I could do. It looks amazing. Now we just gotta find our gnome fellow, who's probably still fishing.
Probably. Perhaps we should have a guard come with us too, because if we have a witness and, well, good suspicions, our job is to give them the information, not necessarily take them out, even though it would get us extra money.
I think that's a good idea. We definitely should get a guard. I remember Mr. Eldatar said that the glass blades meet at the garrison. Maybe we could stop there and possibly get one of them to help us.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm down.
okay. Are the three of you just heading to the garrison? Just leaving, just gonna let Bravar take his little nap?
Yeah, can I take a short rest?
You can take a short rest now.
Or how long are they? Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna. How about? Could I like take a short rest? But if they don't come back within an hour, could I do a long rest?
No. Long rest. A long rest
okay.
is 8 hours, buddy.
Well, am I gonna? Okay.
I will let you know. You can take a short rest for now, but later, if you decide you don't want to do anything and you're just gonna stay in your room the rest of the night, then maybe the other guys will grab you if they decide to go somewhere. But for now, we'll stick to a short rest.
No,
you've only
yeah,
been asleep for
that works
an
for
hour.
me. Because I probably like am not gonna wake up unless somebody wakes me up.
Okay. All right. Then the three of you heading to the garrison. It's not that far. Centaur, you've walked past it plenty of times, so you know kind of where in town it is. You lead the way. It is, as you arrive to the garrison, you see these just kind of three... hold on. Let me pull up the description for the garrison. Three large, strategically placed, solid log cabins that are kind of placed in this kind of triangular formation. There's a stone fence that kind of makes a hexagon between the three of them. Centaur, you know that these are the barracks, and that there is another building at the center of the three of them that acts as kind of like the headquarters. But you can see that there's like half a dozen guards just kind of milling about around the barracks.
Okay. Looking around at them, can I do like an insight to see if any of them might be a less reputable guard or somebody I should avoid?
I'll just give it to you straight. Most of these guards are just kind of like, it's their spare time. They're not really doing anything suspicious. They don't look like you shouldn't talk to them. So what do you guys do?
Maybe we should go to the main building and then see if there's like A reception?
I've never been here before, I guess.
Yeah. We can go there.
I don't. Have I ever been in the garrison?
You've probably never been in the garrison, no.
Well, this is a good time than any other.
Okay, so you guys just start approaching like a fence, the stone fence, and you can see there's like a gate. It's not really like a gate, just kind of like an opening in the fence that you guys walk through. And once you pass through that threshold, you see that a few of the guards kind of like notice you, and like start talking to each other. And then one of them, stands and kind of approaches over in this direction. And you see a human woman with a helmet on, wearing scale mail armor. She has a spear kind of on her back, looks to be tied with like a rope around her. There's a shield behind her that's kind of set up against one of the barracks. And she approaches and she says, hello, can I help you, citizens? She's kind of looking at the three of you.
We have been hired to do an investigation on the muggings recently, and we believe we have a suspect.
Do you have a name?
Do not have a name.
Do you have a location?
Yes.
Where?
Can I roll a hit? Like, do I need to roll a history check to describe the path from the church to his house?
I'll say that you can probably describe it well enough.
Okay.
And she kind of scratches her head and she says, "Well, that definitely sounds like a criminal may be there. Nobody's supposed to be living in that cabin. It's like a rental thing. Somebody else owns that. One of the other families in the town. You said you picked up this job. I'm assuming Elro gave it to you?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, well, my name is Chief Lynn. I'm one of the chiefs here in Pale Bank. Good thing you decided to come to the garrison. So how did you find, how did you know for certain that the criminal is here?
I said witness, or suspect. We do have a witness describing
Yes, suspect.
them. But we also have a witness that described this individual as well.
Okay. Who did you speak to?
It was a gnome fellow who sits down by the docks and fishes a lot. I didn't catch his name, but he should still be there.
Gnomish fisherman by the dock. Probably. She kind of like shakes her head a little and she says, "Well, I guess if you were the ones who discovered this information, let's go take a look and verify. I'll come with you. Let's go to this house and see."
Perfect.
And she kind of turns back, picks up her shield, and she whistles at one of the other guards, who kind of snaps to attention and gathers his things as well. And she says, "We'll follow you to the cabin, and if these criminals are there, like you said, we'll take care of them."
Sure. Auroch, I guess, lead the way.
Yeah, and I'll lead the way there.
Okay. While you are walking, Lynn kind of walks up to you and she says, "I noticed your nose is a little bit messed up there. Did you get into a scuffle today?"
Well, the reason we found this man as a suspect, he was following me and I got jumped.
Okay, I want you to make a deception check.
Yeah, that wasn't a good.
You got this. You got this.
17.
Can I give guidance?
Nah, too late. 17.
Damn it!
She says, "Oh, so you got up close and personal with him. Could you give us a description? What does he look like? Maybe we've seen him around before."
Well, I made this sloppy drawing. It's not very good, and then I'll give her a verbal description. Scars on the eyebrows. Yeah.
She says that after you give your description, she says that matches with the other complaints we've received. I don't know if your drawing particularly matches though, and she kind of pats you on the shoulder.
I tried.
A couple minutes go past before Auroch. You can see about 100 feet up the street is the cabin that you saw before, that you went into before.
Wow. Point out, there's the cabin.
They'll both nod and say, "Okay, stay here. We'll take the rest. We'll take it from here." And they both head to the door. One of the one who is not the chief takes a spear and kind of racks on the door. A couple seconds go past, no answer. The chief bangs on the door. "Chief Lynn, Glass Blade of Palebank, open up." Still no answer. She looks at the other guard and kind of nudges her head, and he goes around the building towards the window, towards the window, Auroch, that you went through. He comes back a minute later and he says, "I didn't see anybody inside." And they both kind of shrug and they walk back to you guys and they say, "Doesn't appear like anyone's home. Are you sure this is the right place?"
I'm positive this is the right place.
All right. Well, I guess if they're not home, I'll talk to Elro, and I guess we'll get some people to watch the house for the evening. I guess. Well, I guess. Thanks for bringing it up. If I guess we'll keep in touch. We'll send somebody to pay you tomorrow if we do catch them, or let you know. But until we don't know if your information is valid until we have proof that they were here.
Sounds good.
Well, if they're the supposed muggers that we know they are, they should have evidence inside the house. And if this isn't their house as well, we could go ask the owners themselves to enter.
That is what I planned on doing, was running over to the family that owned this place and asking if I could take a look around. I don't need you guys for that, though.
Well, I would just like to see it through.
Don't expect to get paid anymore if the information is valid. You guys gave us the information. This is me, or at least the Glass Blades, taking it from here. If you,
I want justice, that's all I care for.
okay. Well, in that case, me and my friend here can keep an eye on this place. If you just... No, that makes more sense. You guys stay here and watch this cabin then, I guess. We're gonna go ask the owners if we can take a look inside, ask for a key. And unless you have any other things you want to ask Chief Lynn, she nods to her other guard and they start trudging away from you guys back towards a different part of town.
Well, I don't know if that went well or not.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You think he just up and ran?
I don't know. A little weird.
Well, you guys were just left alone on the premises.
Well, is the door locked?
Do you approach the building?
She did say she'll be coming back. How quick do you think she'll be back?
If the door's not locked, it's not breaking and entering.
Well, we don't own the house,
This is true.
and I feel like we've already gotten away with one breaking and entering.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
we should just stake up and hide somewhere then, so we don't get spotted.
I suppose maybe they're watching the house, and the fact that we just brought 5 people over probably is a good idea to just go somewhere else. Maybe try to find some place to watch the house without being in sight.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so the three of you are going to kind of try to spread out and find positions where you can keep an eye on the cabin from a distance.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Well, I guess in that case, how long do you guys wait for? Do you guys do anything specific while you wait? Is a better question.
I'm gonna take a swig of my what's it called? Cold lick, blue
Okay.
ale.
Your tongue goes numb yet again.
Tasty, so good. Sitting
I'm
cross-legged.
just kind of watching.
Okay. About a half hour passes before Lynn comes back with the same guard, and they are you guys hiding still when they come out or when they come back?
I
No,
think
I wouldn't
I'll
at
get
least.
up.
No.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
get up and
Yeah.
start walking with them.
Okay, yeah, they just she approaches the door and presents a key, puts it in the keyhole to the door, unlocks it, pushes the door open, and as the door opens, you hear just a little ding ding bell that hits the top of the door, and Lynn notices that right away, and she's like, "Well, that's interesting," and she has her shield up and she uses her spear to push the door the rest of the way open. And before she enters, she says, Chief Lynn Glassblade of Palebank, entering the premises. And she walks in and just kind of looks around for a second and says, there's nobody here. You guys can come in and look around, I guess.
Yeah. Man.
You guys...
Can I go like to the room that I was in and just check it out? Like,
it's just one room. It's just like a
it's
square.
just one room.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's just like a 25 by 30-foot room. There's 2 beds on one wall with like a chest. There's a small table with 2 chairs. There's a fireplace, and then there is a bearskin rug in the center of the floor, which just looks normal.
Does anyone else find it odd that there was a bell over the door in a one-room cabin?
Yeah.
Usually, bells are for stores, right? To let
Can
you
I,
know when a customer arrives.
Can I also point out the hole I almost fell in?
Do you pull up the bearskin rug?
Nah, I don't want to prove I broke in.
I'll walk over to the bear skin rug and just start walking over it.
Okay.
Hopefully, since I'm lighter as a gnome, it won't collapse it on me.
How much do you weigh?
My current weight carried is 31 pounds.
That's how much you're carrying. How much do you weigh?
Yes.
I don't even know if I have that.
Should be in your description.
Yeah, never put it in there.
Nope,
Oopsies.
neither did I.
Come
Well, we'll all
on,
have to get
slack
that.
in
Oops.
here.
Oopsie.
Slackers.
Everything else is in there.
I weigh 43 pounds.
43 pounds.
I did have that down.
Plus the 31 that you're wearing. Can you just start wandering through the room and you walk over the bearskin rug? Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Yes, I can. 15.
15. You take just 2 steps onto the rug and you feel it like there's definitely like loose, like there's no floorboards underneath the center of the rug. And your little footsteps are what caught it because you felt the carpet just barely give way underneath your foot. So you lift your foot just before you feel it. Like if you would have put your full weight down, you definitely would have fallen through something underneath the rug.
I would turn over to the guards and I would say, "Hey, look at this!" As I see the, mention that my foot is sinking into the ground.
Yeah, the two of them both kind of crouch down and grab one arm of the bear and pull it up, and reveals just like a 5 foot by 5 foot wide hole in the ground. Like they broke the floorboards and like the foundation of their house to get to the dirt and tried to like dig, and there's just kind of like rubble and debris in this like hole, and it does not look friendly. Like if you fell in there, you'd definitely get some nasty bruises and splinters.
Oh. I would want to have a pit trap in their own house.
Both of the guards, you see the guards are kind of looking at each other, and Lynn stands up, and she says, yeah, I would definitely count this as information on our criminals. This is nobody in Pale Bank or from Pale Bank is doing this. So I'll let Elmo know that you guys provided valid information, and you'll get your gold as soon as he knows about it.
I would like to check out the hole.
Anybody who wants to take a look around the room can make an investigation check. Chief Lynn is going to do the same, actually.
Not terrible, but
what did you 3 get?
14.
21.
14, 21, and 9. Okay, Centaur. Or who got the 21? Centaur, right?
Yep.
Okay. Centaur, you're taking a look around the room. You flip open the trunk. It's completely empty. You look in the fire pit. There are still warm embers, although it looks like some logs have been pulled out of the fire. Like there are some logs that aren't fully burned yet. And all of the tables, or not the table, and the dishes and things that are on the table are still dirty. You guess that there definitely was people here, but they skedaddled in a hurry. Like they didn't want to be found here again. To that end, you also find in by the window and in the doorway that there is fresh blood that is now kind of sinking, seeping into the carpets a little bit. Or not the carpet, sorry, the wood floor. And there's a small trail of blood that goes out the front door into the snow as well.
Also out loud, we won't see them again, but possibly this blood trail will lead them to us. Or
Orak,
lead us to them.
Orak, you know 100% that's Bravar's blood trail.
I'll point that out. Hey, I think this might be Bravar's. As you guys saw, he got pretty fucked up.
Right. Well,
so Chief Lynn perks up and she says, "Oh, there was another of you that was also jumped by the thug."
Yeah, but he's resting.
She kind of says, "So you said that you were followed, but you fought outside his front door?"
Well, we were being followed, so we followed, and then we got jumped. We wanted to know why we were being followed. We saw someone following us, got spooked because we were just told to investigate, and we didn't want to get jumped, so we followed him.
Make a persuasion check.
16.
16. She says, all right, I believe that, but there's nothing else you're not telling us about this encounter? We just want to make sure we have our facts straight when we report to Elro.
No.
Okay, make one more deception check then.
17.
17. She says, all right then. Well, the three of you have provided worthwhile information. I will let Elro know immediately. She actually looks at the other guard and kind of tells him to go spread the word. So you will be paid shortly. Palebank thanks you. But I suggest that the three of you get some rest.
Right.
But
Take care of
Thank you.
Take care of your friends. And she gestures to Auroch's bloody nose.
I wouldn't say friends necessarily. Just met these people today.
And she's kind of waiting for you to leave now, so she can take a better, more thorough look through.
I'll step up.
Yeah.
I still want to check out the hole.
You want to jump in the hole?
Would my 21 would has told me if there was anything?
No. I was using your 21 from before. There's nothing in the hole that catches your eye. With a 21, I'll just give you this. If they did have anything in here that was valuable or important, they probably took it when they left.
In that case, well, I'm walking through the door. I'll say, you won't see them here again. Like rats, they've scurried to the shadows.
Speaking of rats, I still need money, and I don't know how long this investigation is going to take. Do you guys want to go fight those frost iguanas or something?
Well, should
Lynn
we
pipes up and
rest
she
up
says,
a bit? And...
Elro actually placed a troop of scouts to go deal with that.
No.
Oh, right.
Thing.
Although I know that Elro was talking about one other thing of importance that he wanted to bring up with adventurers. I don't know if this is... She gestures to like the cabin that you guys are in. I don't know if this is what he meant, but...
Oh, there was one thing. Do you know where Tolgi Luton is?
She looks at you and she says, "Oh, so Elro did talk to you about the other issue. Okay,
Correct.
Tolgi's is just down the road, actually, not too far from here, but she looks at Auroch again and she says, I suggest you take it easy. Tolgi is known for non-compliance.
I think we could rest up and then get Braybarn to come with us.
Sure. Sounds like a plan to me.
As much as I don't like his recent actions, more hands, the better.
Plus, I don't think we can leave you two together again on your own. That felt
Well,
You
way
know,
too close.
that,
faster.
that could be for the best. Nothing
Okay.
bad happened.
So where are you guys headed?
We're gonna head back to the
Cold drink.
cold drink.
Okay. You've only been gone for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half this time. So it's more middle of the day now. Sun is high in the sky, although it's an overcast, still cloudy day. It has stopped snowing for the morning. So you guys trudge back through the snow and push into the cold drink. The warm interior greets you. The same elderly dwarf is behind the bar serving a few other patrons. Bravar is not in the main tavern.
Excuse me, sir. Could you show us where our bloodied companion is?
He looks, the dwarf looks past a couple people he's working with, and he says, down the hallway, all the way at the far end. It's his only room on the end.
Thank you. I'll head down there.
Okay. You pass through a doorway, go all the way down a hallway, and take a left, and you see a single door by itself at the end of this small L hallway. It is locked.
Gonna knock on it. Bravar! Dude, open up.
Bravar, you hear knocking at your door in a muffled voice saying your name.
I kind of like wake up and I'm like, oh God, how long has it been? Also, can you hear anything in the background right now?
I don't think so. Oh, maybe a tiny bit.
Yeah. My roommate is like in a conversation. So yeah, I kind of like wake up. Crap. How long has it been? How long has it been?
Like 2 hours.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do like a short rest thing.
Yep. And then, Brave, are you getting up to go greet the person at your door? Kifik, there's no
Wow.
answer.
Well, I'll knock again. Bravar! Dude, come on. We gotta go. We got something new going on. The glass blades
Hello.
kind of took over our investigation.
All right, we're all good. We're all good now. So yeah, I open the door. I say, I'm like, just still like groggy. Sorry guys. I like have never been in a fight before in my life, and that kind of freaked me the hell out. What's going on?
You've never been in a fight before.
Well, this
Yeah, that was the
great.
first time like ever. So I was kind of like jittered up after. Oh, I just realized too. I probably could have asked you, cleric, right? I probably could have asked you to heal me.
Yeah, I could have. But back to the whole fighting thing. Don't you want to take revenge on people?
Yeah,
How do
it's
you
a new
plan on
thing.
doing that if you've never had a fight before?
I don't know. I just kind of figured it's a thing I gotta do. I don't know how, but I'm just gonna do it.
Ivar, you don't make a lot of sense to me. Come
Listen,
on,
man.
we gotta go.
People kill my parents. I can't just let that slide.
Yeah, I know. And I'm gonna grab you by your hand, and I'm just gonna drag you out your room and down back to the
Bravar, you are
back to
pulled
see the
back
other guys.
out into the main tavern. The four of you are together yet again.
So we can't go fight those frost iguanas, which sucks because they were 50 gold ahead, which is fantastic. But Elro did mention us talking to Tolgi Lutan about her sickness that she got from some sort of adventure. Um, we know that the old Ergon Wenth died of that same sort of sickness. So maybe she can give us some answers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one
what
more
are you guys
swig of
doing?
my cold ale,
Yeah, for sure.
my blue lizard.
I kind of like am starting to like wake up, and I'm like, wait, guys, what are we doing right now?
You remember not 5 hours ago when Elro told us of Tolgi Lutan, how she got a sickness like 2 months ago, makes people like stiffen up, blue veins.
Yeah, I was gonna say blue veins.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't sound good at all.
You really don't remember this?
No, no.
Did
You-
he hit his head, perhaps?
Braveheart was
He was
just
too
Maybe he had
focused
too
on
much to
finding
drink?
his,
I get it though. We're on a quest. I got you.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
well,
jeez, guys, you wouldn't believe it. There was like this like guy who like attacked me and Auric, and he like like he had like scars and stuff.
Braveheart.
Yeah.
You mean the criminal that we were chasing that I told you not 5 minutes ago that the glass blades took over the investigation?
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Gotcha.
Are you feeling okay?
Did he hit you in the head?
Just kind of like waking up, man. Kind of recovering from this.
Right.
You're good though.
Let's just wake ourselves up a little bit more. Let's get a little bit of blood flow. And I'm going to stand up. I'm going to just start trotting towards the entrance to go back to Tolgi Luton.
Okay.
Talk about her sickness.
Are the rest of you following this stout little dwarf man?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's clearly of
I'm 2
slightly
inches taller.
Than me.
He's
How tall are
he's
you?
doing
Because I'm
just
4'10".
Oh, you're much taller than me. I'm 3 foot.
fine.
Oh, shit!
Okay.
I'm a gnome.
Okay.
What are you talking about? This man is giant.
You guys
Yes.
just head back over to the same kind of part of town where you just were. The four of you now, and head to Tolgi's cabin. You approach the cabin that Chief Lin pointed out before, and you just walk up and you see that this snow-covered cabin looks pretty peaceful and quiet from the outside. Although its windows are shuttered, and there is a steady stream of smoke that is piping out the chimney, which to you indicates that there is a roaring fire in the fireplace at the moment.
Well, she's home.
Sounds like it. Knock on the door.
Okay. You knock.
Pluton? Elro sent us. He was concerned.
Go away! You hear from muffled inside.
Well, that's not very good.
If Elro sent you, I don't want to talk!
Guys and say, should we just tell her Elro didn't send us?
All right, Miss Luton, I admit Elro did send us, but this is like our first day. We don't even really know him. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably talking to you more than I talk to him. We really have no affiliation with him. He's still concerned, though.
Or you can go tell him I don't want any visitors.
We, I before I say what I'm gonna
Booze.
say, I turn over. I tug at the pant leg of Kidrick. You're cleric, right?
Yeah, I am.
Well, she's sick. Mention that.
Right. Um, Miss Luton? Uh, I'm
Don't
A
call me
cleric.
miss!
sorry. Should I call you? What should I call you then?
Go away!
All right, go away. I'm a cleric. I hear you're sick.
I would like you, Kifik, to make a persuasion check with advantage. Because the
All
other
right.
guys were helping you out a little bit.
Okay.
And because you brought up you're a cleric.
Let's go. Flat rolls, babies. Oh, 19 for the first one?
19.
Yep, 19.
Wow. Okay. A moment passes before you hear a sliding lock unlock, and then the door kind of creaks open, and you can see a female dwarf with ginger hair that is tied up in like two buns on the top of her head, and she is just huddled and like covered in like thick fur clothes, wrapped in two blankets. She's got gloves on and thick boots, and she leans out the door and she says, "Fine, come inside." And she steps out of the way, but doesn't open the door very far, just wide enough for you guys to step through.
I'll kind of shimmy my way in there.
Okay.
What's her,
so
what's
as
her
you
cabin
guys-
look like?
Yeah, so as you guys walk into this cabin, the heat is like a hammer blow. There is a table set with nearly stacked dishes, tools, and utensils that is at the center of the room. And then there you can smell the simmering of soups from a pot hanging inside of a roaring fireplace. And you see that another large second fire burns in an iron brazier at the opposite end of the room, filling the entire cabin with this like smoky haze. Tulgi walks over and sits at the end of her bed and starts shivering, wrapped in these blankets and thick furs. And you guys can actually see that there is a blue vein that is bulging on her neck. And she sits down and she says, "What do you want?"
We want information. Really, anything you can tell us about your sickness. I mean, I want to make it better.
Well, I mean, I don't know anything other than that I have what Tolgi had, or I have what Ergon had, and we know where Ergon is now.
Do you remember what maybe could have caused this sickness? When did you start feeling bad? When did you start noticing signs?
Just a couple. She looks at you. She looks at you like she doesn't really want to say, but she says, "Just a couple of months ago. It wasn't as bad then. Just my fingertips were numb. My veins hadn't started bulging yet. Then I just started getting more and more cold, like my body is starting to slowly freeze." And her teeth start to like chatter as she's sitting on the end of the bed.
and you can't think of anything that could have caused this sickness, do you know of anybody else that may have had it besides Mr. Wenth?
She says, I think I'm the only one other than Ergon who's gotten it. As far as I'm aware, I'm the only other one.
Are you cold all the time? Like nothing you can ever, no amount of clothes, no amount of fire helps?
She gestures to the roaring fireplace and the brazier on both sides of the room, and she says, I do what I can, but, it's still cold. She sighs and kind of looks at the four of you. Just come here to ask me questions, or did you find something that you think can heal me? She like sniffles and rubs her nose.
Well, this is kind of the first time that we're actually experiencing this. Look, we can't help you if we don't have all of the details. So I'll ask you again. Can you think of anything that could have happened 2 months ago that could have caused this sickness?
Make a persuasion check.
Fuck. I'm gonna give myself... Can I give myself guidance?
Sure.
I'm gonna say I think you can.
Okay. I'm gonna give myself guidance. Which is a D4. Gotta remember that. Okay. Oh, natural 20. Oh, I don't even need the guidance. Oh. Let's toss it on top. 23.
Uh-oh.
23 total. Oh my god. These dice are so much better than last week. I failed literally every check.
She sees this weird sense of trust in your eyes, dwarf to dwarf, maybe just this sort of kinship that you see in her eyes. And she says, she kind of sighs, and she says, "Me and my sister, we work for people who like to keep an eye out for treasures that come and go through Islecross. So, when we heard that Ergon was coming back with his new haul, we made an attempt to take some of that and give it to our employer. We did take some of his goods and make off, but I gave most of the relics and most of the stuff we stole to my sister, and she hasn't given them back. We haven't seen any returns on it yet, but I'm the one who searched Ergon's cabin, and
So
hold on,
you
I'm
searched...
looking at my notes here.
All good.
Yeah, I volunteered to go in and take the stuff from my sister, because, you know, this crazy dwarf came back, stayed in his cabin the whole time, hoarded everything to himself. I figured he must have had some sort of magic or secrets in there that we could get our hands on.
I like chime in and say, respect.
So, you stole from Mr. Wenth. Was it just you that took? Your sister wasn't there when you stole?
She was lookout. I'm the only one who went in, but I don't. What does that have to do with anything?
Have you spoken to your sister recently? Is she
No.
faring well?
After the job, she took all the goods and she's been at Croaker Cave trying to make a deal.
Where's that?
She raises an eyebrow at you and she says, "Croaker
Or
Cave."
would I know?
No, you're not from here, so you definitely wouldn't know. But she says, it's just like a site, like a cave north of the village, up the beach a ways.
And you haven't seen her since the deal? She's been there the whole time?
Yeah.
Does your
She hasn't.
sister also live in Pure and Palebank?
Neither. We don't live in Palebank. We've just been here for a while. And she says, "Does that help? Does that give you any information?" We only went
It
in.
does.
We just went into his. We didn't even see the old man on his deathbed.
What kind of loot did you guys get? Maybe one of those items could have, those always can have negative effects. Maybe
Curse,
that one of those,
possibly.
yeah, one of those affected you without you realizing it.
Make another persuasion check.
God, 4.
4. She says,
Yeah.
"Why would I tell you what we took? Then you'll just want
Oh.
your grubby hands on it."
Okay. I have this thing called Thieves' Cant. Is that a thing I can only do with other thieves?
Thieves' Cant is like a sign language that can only be interpreted by people who know Thieves' Cant.
Would this lady know Thieves' Cant?
You're not sure?
All right, I'm gonna try to do some Thieves' Cant say, like in Thieves' Cant, like, thief to thief. We're just trying to help you.
Make
So, like, if you tell us, I'm not trying to do anything here. Like, I'm a thief. I get it. I'm not trying to take your stuff.
Okay. Make another persuasion check. I will say with advantage this time, as she does seem to recognize the hand signals you're doing.
Cool. Okay, first one's a 12. Oh my god, second one's a 6. Tough.
So total of what?
It's total of 12.
Total of 12. She Thieves' Cant's back to you, and she says that I took an ornate dagger and a bag of other things, but I didn't quite get a good look at them. My sister has the bag of other things that I took.
Hold up, you kind of cut out. So she had the dagger, and then what else?
Yeah, Tulgi says that she took a dagger and she swiped a bunch of stuff into a bag, but she didn't look at what she took. She just stuffed it in a bag and then got out.
I mean, can I do an insight check?
Go ahead and roll insight, yeah.
Can I as well?
Sure.
17.
16.
17 and 16. Whoops. She appears to be telling the truth. She doesn't... it's sign language, so it's a little hard to tell, but she doesn't appear to be lying in her sign language. At this point, the two of you who notice the... so, Centaur and Bravar, when she says... when she signs the word for dagger, you both notice that there is a glint, like a shining glint, of a blade tucked beneath her shirt.
Okay. I'm going to Thieves' Cant back to her and say, are you cool if I tell these people about this? Can I tell my crew about your dagger?
She shrugs and says, as long as they don't get any funny ideas.
Okay, and I'm like doing this like the whole time. I don't know how. Okay, I look at you guys and say, guys, she's got this like dagger thing, and then the rest of it all is with her sister at this cave place. So, yeah.
Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention is she. I got this wrong before. So she didn't actually break into Ergon's cabin. She broke into a store called Pelk's Curiosities, which is where Ergon was storing the items. I mixed that up. I got my notes wrong.
How do you spell that?
Pelk's, Pelc, Pelk's Curiosities.
Okay.
And then after she kind of explains this, she says, "So you think it's something, some sort of curse? That's something I nicked? Is making me like this?"
Well,
Be magic items, you never know how they're gonna screw you over.
well, he could also purposely put an item like that with his stuff to protect it.
But at the same time, he has the same sickness.
Well,
But
maybe
Like
like
Togi corrects
like I
you.
said, people
He
don't know how
died
magic
from
items
that
are.
sickness.
Correct.
Could
Maybe he didn't realize the effect one of his items had on him that it's having on you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's why you don't mess with magic shit, man. You never know how it's gonna mess with you.
you specified the dagger quite more than the rest of the items. Is there some reason why?
Because it's the item that I claimed. The dagger I stole for me. It's mine. Everything else I took is to sell.
I'm not saying we're going to take it, but can we look at it to see if maybe that is the thing that is doing it?
Make another persuasion check.
Yeah.
Lots of persuasion this episode.
Oh yeah.
16.
16. She says, "You can look at it, but I'm not letting anybody hold it." And she takes it out, and it is a very shiny, gilded. Sorry, it is just like a single. It's almost like a fishing knife, like a fillet knife, but the sheath is kind of gilded, and the hilt has just like a small little like rhinestone on the end of the pommel. It looks like it is incredibly well made. And she is holding it in both hands in front of her.
Would this be like a arcana type of check or like a investigation?
Yeah, if
history?
anybody wants to make an arcana check to try to figure out what the dagger is.
Yeah.
I got a 20.
Oh,
11.
3.
11, 3. No. Centaur, what did you get?
12.
12. You guys aren't quite sure where this dagger came from or any like history about it. It doesn't appear to be magical to you guys. There's no like obvious runes or etchings carved into it. It just seems like a really ornate, like well-made knife. It's in good condition.
I would turn and look at everybody and say, does anybody know how to cast Identify or Detect Magic?
I have detect magic, but I'm not sure that this specific knife is the cause of this sickness.
Mm. That could
And what do you
be
think is?
very well true.
I mean, to be honest, if it caused a curse, wouldn't being around the curse increase its potency? I mean, Ergon Wenth probably only had it for how long? As long as he was here, and he kept it safe for however long before Tolgi
Kifik, make a
stole it.
history check.
12 total.
12. You remember Elro telling you that Ergon Wenth got back from a year-long expedition to Eiselcross a little over 2 months ago.
Hmm.
And he just died this morning, or like last night. If that helps.
And then when did so? Sorry, like that means the lady and her sister stole this stuff like today.
She told you that she did this break-in a couple months ago, like just like probably
As he
your
got
guess
back.
is like a week or a few days after he got back.
Okay.
The mystery thickens.
Can I,
Well,
Miss Luton? I apologize for calling you Miss, but
She
Can I?
scowls at you.
could I possibly take a closer look at your veins? I just wanna see if I recognize any sort of like medicinal, like sort of, if I recognize if it's a curse that I recognize, if it's
Yeah, sure,
if
fine,
there's
whatever.
some sort of like
All of the clerics in this town have looked at me already, but fine. She takes her glove off and presents a shaking hand to you.
I'll take it in my hands and I'll kind of work it around. Can I roll for medicine?
You can make a medicine check, and her hand feels cold to the touch. Not like ice
Okay.
cold, but definitely not as cold. Like, definitely colder than it should be.
Okay.
I also make that check as well. I know a little bit about medicine.
Sure.
18.
18.
Natural 2022.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
Kifik, you are maybe a little new to this. And this disease, you can, with an 18, I'll tell you that it's fairly developed. It's what this disease is probably in its later stages. But you have no idea what it is or how to cure it. Centaur, you've been like maybe you just read about it somewhere, or and not even read about it, but you've just read a lot about medicines. The symptoms that Tolgi and Ergon are afflicted with are unlike any disease or sickness or like natural malady that you're aware of. Like, this is completely alien to you. You're not.
So-
It could be magical, but you're not sure. It doesn't appear to be magical with a 22.
After realizing that, I believe this is a natural disease over anything magical. Nothing I've ever read about. It's completely baffling to me.
Whatever the case,
That's what the
We don't
clerics
ha-
of the temples said.
we don't have a lot of time. It already seems to be pretty far along.
She coughs into her other hand.
Is there anything we can do to make this more comfortable for you?
Not unless you can make Elro bring me all the blankets in this goddamn town. No, I don't think so. You can leave me in peace, like I originally planned for the rest of my foreseeable future.
So, with a natural 2022, could I possibly, maybe theoretically, think that this disease might be attempting to make a person feel cold so they get warm?
22? No. Like, you would know that you're not exactly sure of the nature of the sickness or the disease or how it spreads, but it's not like it's trying to get heat sort of thing. It's like this disease is probably just freezing her.
Mm.
So she's trying to get warm.
Your
Oh.
sister. Did you ever mention your sister's name?
Why? Gonna go tell her I'm sick? I'm fine. She kind of chuckles to herself a little bit.
Well, you did tell us where she was, and we suspect it might be an item, so we're going to go check and see if any of the items are cursed. So, knowing her nickname might be something we could use so we don't end up fighting her.
Her name is Halil.
How's it spelled?
Hulil. Halil.
Okay.
Maybe it's a disease that only affects dwarves. That might be fun.
Great, and I just touched her hand. Nothing against you, though. Seriously, it's just the sickness.
She shrugs and she says, I think that's your cue for all of you to leave.
Right. Thank you for your time. We're sorry to have disturbed you. Listen, one dwarf to another dwarf. I'm gonna try to help you.
She sighs and she says, just tell Halil that I'm still waiting here for her and to hurry her ass up.
I will. And then with that, I'll...
She closes the door on you.
Yeah. Well, that was honestly better than I expected.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I feel like we learned something, which is better than nothing.
Now we just have to find this Crocker cave and hope Halil doesn't kill us where we stand.
Yeah, so what are you guys doing?
Right.
Should we go back? Should we go back to the inn?
uh,
Ask people how to get to this place.
do I possibly know where this place is?
Centaur, make a history check.
18.
18.
Right.
Centaur, you've definitely heard of it. You've actually probably heard this. Your uncle used to tell you stories about this place. It's like it's a cave about a half day's journey on a good day north of Palebank. Not even north. It's more like west. If you just follow the coast, about your uncle used to tell you about, usually like 6 hours on a good day, as long as it's not like storming or anything. You'd find this cave that is famous for these ice cold, frigid ponds that large ice toads like to sleep and dwell in.
I would tell the group that, but it's
Hence the
about
name.
days away.
Hence the name Croker Cave.
Gotcha. It's spelled with an A in there too. Gotcha.
Yeah, I would tell the group that I know where it is. Not exactly, but it's about a day's away on the coast.
I'll look up into the sky and kind of, what time is it? Roughly?
It is about middle of the day. You don't have a clock, but I'll say that you heard the bell tower strike 4 times a little while ago.
Well, it maybe today is not our best day going there. You guys want to just rest up a little bit before we head out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that idea.
I don't want to get caught out in the winter in at night. I mean, that would be bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I could use a drink, warm me up a little bit.
Back to the cold
Yeah.
drink.
Back
I
to
look
the
at you, I
cold
say,
drink.
oh, I'm down to get a drink.
Back to the cold drink.
All right. You guys head back again. This time, when you enter, you can see that Elro Alditar is actually leaning up against the wall, not far from the main door as you guys walk in. And he approaches you all and he says, well, I hear that the 4 of you discovered some information about the criminals that we had been dealing with here in Palebank. Chief Lin told me about your exploits, so I thank you for discovering their hideout.
Our pleasure, sir.
No problem.
give
Well,
a half.
I thank you for looking into it, and I believe that this payment is in order. And he pulls a small leather pouch out from behind, like a pocket, and he presents it to you.
Thank you. I'll take it.
And he says, if you 4 are still looking for work, there is still the matter of Tulgi Lutan and her sickness. And he kind of leans in and says sickness a little bit quieter, being that you guys are in a tavern. If you're still...
Right.
We've already spoken with her.
Oh, you have?
We just got back, actually.
Uh,
She wasn't.
Go ahead.
You were right. Sorry. You were right. She wasn't very keen on speaking with us, but the information that we got could help us.
Well, please, tell me, what did she tell you? What did you learn?
Well, she told us about her sister, and that maybe her sister might know something. We're not sure, though. I'll stop it right there.
He says, he goes on and he says, I was unaware that Tolgi had a sister. I thought she had come into town alone. Do you fear that her sister may have gotten this disease as well?
Well,
we feel like it's worth checking out.
even if she does or she doesn't, knowing that they came to town at the same time, we know that her sister is the next step.
Okay.
But we also determine, or we're pretty sure it's not a magical illness, but it's like a physical type of illness.
An actual physical disease?
Well, I would say most likely it is from what I've determined.
Well, let us hope we can contain this outbreak before it spreads any further. Well, if the 4 of you are still interested, yes, find this Tolgi's sister, and 100 gold I will pay you for gathering any more information or the source of the sickness. Tell me, did Tolgi tell you anything about how she may have contracted the disease?
She had mentioned that she had contracted it around about the same time that Urgon Wentz came back to Palebank. And she's been basically holed up in her cabin ever since.
Did she have any contact with Urgon?
Yes.
Yeah, you could say so.
Well, more like his items.
Yeah, I will tell you.
Yeah, she went
that
to like his shop.
She told you that she. So I kind of mixed this up. I told you that she broke into his place. She didn't actually break into his place. Tolgi was never in Urgon's cabin.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I said she had contact with his items, not
items.
She went to his shop, something like that.
Well,
Pelks, I know that Urgon does most of his business dealings through the curiosities.
Yes, actually.
She's
Hey,
somewhere there.
Speaking of, where is Pelk's Curiosities? That could help us.
It's on the south side of town. It's run by an elven woman named Verla. She keeps to herself, but you could stop in and ask her. Maybe she could give you more information about what Urgon was storing there.
I think that might help a lot. Thank you for, coming to us.
Of course. Thank the four of you for looking into all of this.
Well,
I should probably get going and make sure that everything else is accounted for. I sent a trio of scouts to go deal with the lizards that are beginning to dwell in the area, so we should not have to deal with that.
Well, at least let me buy you a drink before you go.
Of course.
As the dwarf says that, well, how about you split up the money we just got to us first before you go and spend it?
Right. And I'll take it back out and start divvying it up.
You count exactly 25 gold pieces in this pouch.
All right. I will hand 6 gold pieces out to everyone. And then the final one, there's one final gold piece. I'll give it to Auric.
Oh my god.
Auric, you can have the 7.
Okay, so everybody adds 6 gold pieces.
Kind of like I'm like pissed, but I don't know what's saying. I'm like, oh, don't give it to the guy who almost died. Yeah, cool. Hey, whatever. I'm not
Auric
saying
actually
anything.
gave us the information and kind of survived.
Hey, I'm
Also,
not, just say, hey, I'm not. You can have it. Just saying, Don't give
also,
the guy who
it
almost
sounds like
died.
you got
Okay.
yourself into that situation anyway, so there's no there's no need.
Oh yes, I got myself into finding out the answer. This is true.
It is true. We wouldn't
Okay.
have if it wasn't your idea.
If you're
I
gonna buy a
suppose.
round of drinks or just one.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah, I'll just buy a round for everyone.
on. One drink for everyone. Hold on, let me go back here. Okay. 4 times 4. To buy a round of 4 ales will be 1 silver and 2 copper.
Cool.
You can exclude me from that. I'm going to step outside.
Then just 8 copper.
Cool.
Centaur, you step outside.
Mm.
Okay. Is anybody else gonna do anything for the evening? Any more plans? I know there was discussion about heading to Croaker Cave, but you guys also mentioned waiting to do that. You could go to Pelk's Curiosities and talk to Verla.
Yes, I would love to go to Pelk's Curiosities and talk to Verla after I finish my drink.
Is the innkeeper there?
Finish the drink.
It is the same innkeeper, yes.
So after I kind of like chug my drink, and I look at the innkeeper, and I'm like, and I'm in talking to Dwarvish. I'm like, innkeeper, thought long, how hard my slumber made me realize you're not so different than me. We're both common folk. We're not rich dudes. I shouldn't have tried to steal those 4 coppers from you. So I give him like, however, I think it was like 4 coppers back.
Okay.
But I'm like hammered too.
He'll swipe the coins and he'll say, "All is forgiven as long as you don't try anything like that again in this place."
Not against a guy like you, man.
I'm gonna tap Bravar on the shoulder, and I'm gonna be like, "How about paying me back too? I paid your 4
All right.
copper already. How about I get
All
mine
right,
back?"
all right. All right, so yeah, I give it to him. I like begrudgingly hand it over, but
All right.
I do it.
All right.
I'm
Okay.
assuming.
I'm rich.
Our current benefactor drinks his quicker and leaves first.
Who?
Elro.
What's his name?
Oh, Elro. Yeah, he drinks his pretty quietly. He doesn't really make small talk. He just kind of watches you guys like enjoy yourselves. And after he's done, he leaves an extra silver piece on the counter for the kind of, what's the word? Bartender. Yeah. Oh my God, I spaced it. And he gives kind of each of you like a nod, and he exits out the front. Unless anybody stops him. Centaur, you said you're outside, so you would actually catch him on his way out.
I'm not gonna stop him.
Okay, all right. So then, he saunters off, and you guys are left once again in the cold drink. What are you guys doing now? Sort of the later part of middle day.
Everything just
Everything broke.
my whole So the moment I asked you my question, you started sounding so robotic. I couldn't.
Word. Okay. Can you hear me now? What was the last thing you heard me
Yes.
say? Elro comes out the
Yes.
front door, because after he finishes his drink, he does leave. So he does walk past you, Centaur.
Is anybody else outside the party? I should say.
No.
I would like to get his attention.
He like gives you a nod as he's exiting and leaving. So he like looks at you. You have his attention for a moment. What would you like to do?
I would like to tell him the full story of her stealing the items.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna go full in depth and explain that she was responsible for the robbery.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, like, does Braveheart hear this?
Nah, you guys are all inside.
All right.
So Elro says to you, he says, well, there was a break-in at Pelk's Curiosities a couple months ago that went unsolved. We did not catch the individuals who did it, but if you say that it's Tolgi and her sister, then at least we can have some closure there. Although I'm not sure what good throwing her behind bars would do now.
Yes.
We'll keep an eye on her. Thank you for letting us know.
I would recommend against any action currently, just in case she has more information that she hasn't told us.
Of course. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Uh,
And he says to you before he turns and leaves, he says, and please keep an eye on Bravar. Something about him he's going to be a troublemaker.
Oh, trust me, I already have. Keeping an eye on it.
And then he once again kind of gives you a nod and leaves. Starts walking back towards the garrison.
And at that point, I will walk back in alongside everybody.
Okay.
We're gonna hit you right as we're like we're gonna smack each other in the like we're walking out at the same time you're coming in.
Oh.
You just fling me across the street because I'm
You just go
super
flying.
light, just
Oh, hey, Centaur. Didn't really see you there. We're gonna head over to Pelk's now.
ready. She'll go with you.
Right. What were you doing out here, man? Don't want to drink?
Not while working. No, drinking is not my.
Well,
Right.
we're always working, so there's never time to drink. So you always drink. And I'm gonna take one more swig of my my icy frost, and gonna continue towards where Mr. Eldatar told us Pelks was.
Okay. Okay, so the four of you saunter back towards the south end of town before you eventually come up to a dark cabin with a sign hanging above its door which reads Pelk's Curiosities, with an image of a curving dragon used to make the letter P on Pelk. The shop itself appears closed, although the front door is slightly ajar. What is everybody's passive perceptions?
15.
12.
12.
12.
12. As you guys are standing outside the front door, you guys can hear the sounds of like whispered voices and footsteps coming from inside the shop.
Quiet.
Yeah, I'd like to sneak up and listen through the crack of the door if I can.
Yeah.
Those of you who are approaching the door, if you're trying to be stealthy about it, roll a stealth check.
Not me. I am not doing
I'm
that.
pretty stealthy.
I am wearing
Totally doing that.
I'm wearing chainmail. I have major disadvantage.
19 for a
Oh.
total of 25.
Dang!
Nat 20 for a total of 27.
Dang! Centaur, were you sneaking forward as well?
Yes, I rolled 17 and got 23.
17 and got 23. So the three of you are like huddled together, just like shoulder to shoulder, waddling towards the door before you get there. And I'll say that all three of you, with your stealth checks, don't make any noise, but you can get to the door, and the three of you peek inside. And you look out into the main kind of shop area, and you can see that there are 5 cloaked figures that are like pulling shit off of shelves, and like searching through cupboards and just like dropping stuff. The furniture and the shelves and the front counter have all been like smashed, and the like everything that was on the walls and all of the wares are now on the floor. And these 5 are just like ripping this place apart.
I look at you guys and I say, guys, I feel like this is a thing we should stop.
I as you give me that look, I essentially go, huh. I would, well, not necessarily looking at anybody else, but I would like to start sneaking in and trying to sneak up behind somebody.
Okay.
I'd like to follow suit.
All right. So, how about this? Let's have the two of who's trying to sneak into the actual building. Okay, so the two
I
of
am.
you roll stealth checks.
Oh, oh no.
26.
20 what?
26.
Can you even
Bro.
roll that high?
Bravar is the greatest thief.
You
in
can.
all the
Your
land.
fucking expertise.
Bravar is the best thief around, bro.
All right. Okay.
I have a
26.
stealth expertise as well, and I got an 11.
That's
Uh,
crazy.
11. Okay, so Bravar,
I
you
also have
see a
expertise.
perfect opening. You duck into the room, into the shadows. Centaur, you push the door open, trying to like just make space for your human and orc friend to get through. And as you push the door open, it just creaks incredibly loudly, and all 5 of them turn around and look at the door that just opened, and all of them are going to draw clubs and short swords, and prepared for combat. And we are going to end the session there for tonight, and we are going to pick up next week with combat with these 5 bandits that are seemingly ransacking Pelk's curiosities. When we do start next session, Bravar, you're gonna get a surprise round because you got stupid high on your stealth, so you might have a chance to go first. But yeah, amazing session, everybody. Thank you all so much for stopping by and watching and joining us for this amazing story that we have undertaken. If you want to, the next episode is a week from today. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So a little bit different time this time, but still next week. And we may change our schedule up a little bit. We'll do some announcement videos if we do. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So, awesome.
Music.
Thank you all.
Music.
Oh, yes. Yet again, if you enjoyed the music, there are purchase links in the YouTube channel description or attached to the Twitch page. If you're watching this on Twitch, find us on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, go follow us on Twitch. And thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next week in our Forgotten Reality.